Okay, family, grand rising to everyone. Um, this dream is going to be very, very sensitive. Um, right now, what I'm hearing Source say is that the events that have been happening are causing a pressure on the ether, and not a good one, right? Because balance needs to be restored. Okay, I was um, I was in a church service, and this church had very, very high ceilings and like white or cream walls. So it seemed like it was like an auditorium. Like it was a pretty high ceilings, right? Like you would need a scaffold or something like that to get up to the ceilings. And like the sanctuary was like really, really big. It's so funny. Oh my God. There was a there's a place that when I grew up where we used to go, and I think they call it the temple. And when you went in there, I mean, it was just everybody from Kojic would be there and congregate, like, you know what I'm saying, like do like a lot of big events and stuff. And it was huge. I mean, it was absolutely huge. It was huge, and it was full of balconies and stuff like that. And it kind of like reminded me of that a little bit. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you, but it was not a lot of people. Okay, and there was still a service that was going on, and it was just a small service of some people, and they were giving out some awards. They were giving out some awards, um, specifically to a man that they wanted to honor. And just, you know, the person was just talking to just about how amazing he was as a father and and I don't know this man, by the way, but the dream does get a little tricky. So how amazing he was as a father, he is as a father and as a husband, and they're giving all these high praises to him. Okay, and high praises to like how the mother like is just so blessed to have him and stuff like that or whatever. And all of a sudden, a man, um, I would even say the audience was really weird, but a young man got up and he did a fake clap, and he's like, you know, you ruined our family. Um, my mother is actually not happy. Like you know, my mother is not happy. Saying that the mother is not happy, that he's not a good husband. You know what I mean? And the stuff that he decided to do concerning the family has caused them a lot of turmoil, and the mother is becoming sick and ill because of his works. And the camera was kind of like, you know, pointed in his face, and then the young man's face. And I'm like, where the hell is this camera like zooming in from or whatever? But it was. And and you could tell that, you know, that he was embarrassed, and he was just kind of like pouring out his heart. The young man was pouring out his heart, and he was like older too. Like I'm gonna say like he was over the age of 25. And these were dark skinned family, okay, and they seem to have African in their name, like Atu, Ated, like Atu, you know, it was something like that. If you know anything about the African culture, it is super dishonoring. Like if your son is up there and basically, you know, telling the whole church, you know, and whoever's watching online, that their father is a fake, that he's a liar, that he's a phony, that the mother is getting sick, he hasn't been a faithful husband, he got the family into some mess. It was kind of like that. And he took out and this, I will put a parental advisory on this, he took out a GUN and then took himself out in front of everybody. And what ended up happening was I'm in the audience and I'm just crying, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. But everybody was just completely stunned and nobody was moving. Everybody was completely silent. Um, and I didn't know what to do. So I was holding somebody so somebody that I was meant to intercede for, or somebody that I might be assigned to spiritually. Like God can assign people to you spiritually. You can have a dream about somebody and not even know, but I feel like even this family, I may be assigned to them. So I'm going to pray for them. But there is something else that I wanted to say. There appeared all of a sudden when the police got there, they made everybody leave out because everybody was in shock, so they did not move. And then the police made everybody leave out, saying that this is actually a crime scene, so everybody had to leave. And when we were walking out, I see two wizards that I know. Okay, two wizards, and I know your face. And I was able to cloak in the crowd to where I was not seen by them. But they was all slapping hands, like everything was all good. Like, what's up, my nigga? Like, how you doing? And my thing is that this shit is not funny. Okay, we just watched an entire family empire go down in seconds, in flames, and I'm grieved. And for the young man who feels like this, I need you to hold on. God is going to bring to justice the things that have happened, and God sees it all. And I know you may feel like you are on the brink and feel like nobody is ever going to change this because of how much you have found out. But I need you, Mr. Atu, to stay strong, please, because the family is going to need you and God is going to judge the situation. And yes, your father is wrong for how he dragged the family legacy down to the ground with this filth, but you will carry the torch. I need you to be strong. The feeling of feeling who would even love me and want to come into this family, knowing that this is how the family is, knowing that they are wicked and malicious, knowing they have trafficked people or do all of these things. Someone is still willing to grab your hand, to love you, to run the torch with you. But I need you to stand strong. I bind and rebuke all witchcraft, all divination. See, these wizards, they love these dark wizards. They are preachers and prophets, okay? And they have people team up against your families and pray against them. And if they take them out, then there'll be no evidence if they take themselves out. I bind and rebuke the assignment on this family. You must live and not die. Did you hear me? Do not allow the enemy to trick you. And do not allow that weapon to be formed against yourself or anyone else. I bind this spirit now. I take authority over this demonic spirit of suicide now. And I break the curse off of your life. I know that this message will find you. You must continue to carry on. And you will do what they should have done. It is not anybody's fault. You let them carry on the way that they have been carrying on. But God sees it all. Our stories are very similar. And I love you. And I need you to keep pushing. No matter what, God is going to bring it all out. And you will feel the relief come off of your spirit. You will feel change begin to usher itself in. But the change can't happen if you leave here, because the family is going to be looking for a pillar. But you must cleanse yourself, heal yourself, do the work, transform. Let God give you the messages. And like this eagle that you see, you will be on fire. I need you to hear me by the Spirit, and I need you to listen, and I need you to react by change. You don't let nobody take your life.